welcome. I'm Diana and this is Mindful Movement. Today is February the 11th, 2026. Our class today is called Open and Flow. We're going to breathe into the hips quite a bit in this class and also get our arms and our upper back active. So let's go ahead and start off in a prone position, tummy down. We're going to take some crocodile breathing first. So I'm going to have you come all the way out onto your front side. Go ahead and stack your palms right under where your forehead can rest. Move gently about. It might feel good to separate or close the legs a bit more. And as you land here, I'm going to invite you to feel the support of the floor beneath you, the way that your belly presses, the way that your hips, your pelvis press into the floor. Send some breath down to your quads as they find that connection, the tops of your feet, the sensation through your upper arms and your elbows and your forearms as they make contact, as well as your palms. And on your next breath in, draw the air into your lungs. Feel the rib cage open along your back body. Feel your tummy press into the mat. And then open up your mouth. We'll start our practice today with presence. Becoming aware right here in this moment of the sensations that each breath brings. Invite in a little more length. Invite in a little more expansion. Invite in a little more presence to right here and right now. Move through 3 more full breath cycles. And then when you've wrapped up that last breath out, bring your hands just under the shoulders. Tighten up through your abdomen and a little bit through your glutes. We're going to press into the palms of our hands. And we're going to send our hips high over our kneecaps. You might crawl your hands forward a little bit further. And we'll take puppy pose, softening through the shoulders, finding a connection between the forehead and the mat. And then softening through the upper back to allow the shoulders and that space between the shoulder blades to feel some compression, some muscular energy, shifting and softening into a position for the spine that we don't necessarily hold throughout the day. and letting us notice those subtle changes, those subtle nuances that come when we stretch a tissue in a different pattern. And you can stay right here and take our next stretch, our rhomboid stretch. So you can take our next stretch in puppy pose, keeping the hips lifted if your knees need a little bit of love. And if not, if you're comfortable with our full version of child's pose, go ahead and bring your hips back towards your heels. Extend your arms out in front, and then work your way into that rhomboid stretch right here. Threading the needle and sending the left arm either out in front or find that drape of that forearm across your low back. Wherever you are, square your shoulders towards the floor. Feel for that opening in the back side of the right shoulder. And join me in a full breath in. And a full breath out. And gently bring that left hand down under the left shoulder, press up. And then maybe you're still in puppy pose, but we're going to take that needle threading on the second side. Square the shoulders to the floor. Right arm might be across the low back. It might be extended forward. Wherever you are, once again, sending your breath right into the back side of that left shoulder and arm. And join me for one more full breath in. And a full breath out. Beautiful, unwind. Plant first the right and then the left hand down. And we'll work our way forward on our mat. We're lining up our body right in the middle. In our quadruped position, first tuck your toes under and then send your hips up and back into downward facing dog. As we land here, we'll pedal out the feet, dropping one heel and then the other. Keep working the hips higher to the sky as you let your chest melt back towards your thighs. You might bring some movement into the head and neck here, bringing your chin to one bicep and the other. Open and close your jaw a few times, maybe wiggle the bottom of the jaw about. And then find stillness through the feet and ankles. Send your right leg high on a breath in. Bend your right knee, stack your hip, peel that hip open. You might try out a couple of circles, clockwise or counterclockwise through that hip. Or maybe you use gravity to let that right heel become heavy and move its way down towards the left floor. Take a big breath in here. Stay for the breath out. And then inhale, send that right leg back. There's a long line of energy from your palms to your heel. And then hug that kneecap into the chest. Step that right foot forward and then drop the left knee down. We're going to move our way up into a modified crescent lunge. Find some 90-degree angles at your knees and hips. And then catch your right hand in your left and pull over to the left. Take a breath in. Bend a little further on the breath out. Inhale, reach both arms up, active through the fingertips. And then catch that left wrist and pull to the right. One breath in. And one breath out. Beautiful work, friends. Sweep your arms up, lift your chin. And then exhale, lightning warrior. Bring your chest down to hover over your right thigh. You might bring your hips forward. And we're reaching long through our fingertips, squeezing our shoulder blades together down our back. Take a big breath in. Take this lunge a little deeper on your breath out. Sweep your arms back up high. And then straighten out your right leg, fold in either a lifted or a seated half Hanumanasana, bowing forward, stretching and lengthening through the back side of that right thigh and calf. Another big breath in here. Soften on the breath out. We're going to crawl our way forward. We're back into that low lunge. You might pop up that left knee, and we'll slide our way into either a modified or a full dragonfly twist. Take a breath in. Stay for the breath out. Drop your squared hips deeper towards the floor. Take a breath in. Sweep your right arm forward. Lengthen through your rib cage. And then exhale, plant the right hand down. Step the left foot back, downward facing dog. Breathe in, sweep the left leg high. Bend the knees, stack the hips. If you took the circle on the other side, go ahead and take your hip openers here for 3 and 2 and 1. Take a breath in, send that left leg long. And then exhale, hug that kneecap in towards the chest. Step the left foot forward. Rock forward and drop the right knee down. We're going to press our way up into that modified crescent lunge. Reach through the fingertips, catch the right wrist in the left hand. Take a side bend over to the left. One breath in. One breath out. Reach up through your fingertips again and take your second side. One breath in. One breath out. Reach long, maybe lift your chin, look up, and then exhale, chest sweeps forward to hover over that left thigh. Get active through the shoulder blades and the upper arms. Pull your elbows towards one another as you send your fingers back. Take a breath in. Deepen the lunge a little on your exhale. Inhale, sweep your arms back up. Straighten out the left leg, either lifted or seated half Hanumanasana. Get active again, press forward. And then once again, invitation to retuck those right toes and pop up to the low lunge version of dragonfly twist, or keep that knee grounded, whatever your body needs today. Take a breath in, open. Drop the hips a little bit more on your exhale. Find that rib cage expansion, reach through your left fingertips, and then plant your left hand down, step right to down dog. Join me in a full breath in. Open up your mouth. Inhale, look forward between your hands. Bend at your knees and then take a lot of steps to walk all the way to the top of your mat. Interlace your arms in the crooks of opposite elbows and let gravity draw your upper body down over your lower body. Release your arms heavy to the mat, and then begin to curl your way up to stand, one vertebrae stacking at a time. Roll your shoulder blades down and back, turn your palms forward, close your eyes down. Standing here in mountain, one breath in, and one breath out. Sweep your arms up, also lift your right knee, and then reach down and catch your right ankle, taking your version of tree, the ankle kickstand, or the sole of the foot tucked into the left inner thigh, and then grow your branches. I'm just holding here briefly today for one breath in and one breath out. You might use your hand to release that leg, sweep your arms back up, lift your left knee, and then catching and taking your version of tree. Hands to heart center or grow your branches, stay there. One breath in and one breath out. Hands back to heart center or use your hand to release. Sweep your arms back up and then bring your hands into prayer at your heart center, taking chair pose. A big breath in, drop deeper on your breath out. Stand tall, extend through the arms and the legs, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, bow all the way down, tuck your chin. Breathe in, find a halfway lift through your spine. And then exhale, plant your hands down, step back, high plank. Rock forward on the inhale, lower to the knees or from the toes. Inhale through a cobra or up dog, your back bend. Pause at the top. Exhale, press to the knees or toes, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, bend, stack, and open through the hip. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, hug your right knee to your right elbow. Send that leg back on the breath in. Exhale, step it forward. Crescent lunge or modified crescent lunge, rise up. Exhale, lightning crescent. Hold 5 deep breaths. Inhale, back up, full crescent, and then get active in your legs, launch forward, airplane warrior. Sweep your arms long by your sides, find that same interconnectedness of the scapula down your back, and then if you feel adventurous, you can sweep your arms forward, taking warrior 3. Take a breath in, get longer from heel to fingertips. And then exhale, drop your left toes back, dragonfly twist to the right. Sending that left arm down as the roots, sending the right arm up as the branches. Take a breath in, open in that twist. And then exhale, plant the right hand down, step back, rock forward to your high plank and lower. Inhale through up dog or low cobra. Exhale, hips press high, downward facing dog. Left leg high on the breath in. Bend, stack, and open at the hip. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, hug left knee, left elbow. Sweep it long on the breath in. Exhale, step it forward. Crescent lunge, find your roots and rise up. Take a breath in. Exhale, lightning warrior, 5 breaths here. Good work. Breathe in, sweep your arms up, and then exhale, launch your way forward, hovering the chest and the leg at equal height from the floor, active in your shoulder blades down your back. If you'd like, try on that warrior 3, sweep your arms forward. Take a breath in and exhale, drop back, planting the toes of the right foot. Sweep the left arm open, dragonfly twist to the left. Take a breath in to find a little more expansion. And then exhale, plant that left hand down, step back, high plank, rock forward and lower. Chaturanga, inhale up. And exhale, hips press back. Here in down dog, take a big breath in. Open up your mouth. One more time, one breath, one motion. Right leg high on the breath in. Bend, stack, and open. Re-extend. Knee to elbow, connect. Send it long. Step it forward. Rise up, crescent lunge. Airplane warrior, go low. Rise back up on the breath in. Airplane warrior, launch forward. Warrior 3, try it on, sweep those arms. Exhale, drop the left toes back. Dragonfly twist, open up on the inhale. High to low push up, take your flow. Inhale up, exhale back. Left leg high on the breath in. Bend, stack, and open. Re-extend on the inhale. Hug left knee, left elbow. Send it long. Step it forward. Find your roots, rise up. Sweep your arms back, dive low. Breathe in, rise up again. Launch forward on your exhale. Grow your branches, reach forward on the inhale. Exhale, right toes drop back, open up, dragonfly on the breath in. High to low, release it. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, hips press back. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend the knees, step, walk, or hop to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. This time, touchdown, chair pose, hands up, or into prayer at the heart center. Slowly take your seat, lower, lower, lower until you make your way onto your hips. Extend your legs out in front of you. Take a big breath in. Seated, forward fold, bow down. And find that pivotal connection point between the hands and the ankles, the outer edge of the feet or the toes. And then soften first through the hamstrings, second through the hips, and third through the low back. Join me in a full breath in. Open up your mouth. Release the bind on your toes, feet or ankles. Make your way up to a seated position and then make any adjustments that are necessary in order to lie all the way onto your back. Draw your knees in, just beyond your hips, and then toe heel them a little bit wider. They're a little wider than shoulders distance. And then we're going to go ahead and drop both knees over to the right. If you'd like, you can hook the right ankle on the top of the left knee, taking that assisted or unassisted deer pose. And then bring your attention over to the contact beneath your left shoulder and your left arm as you look off to the left. 5 deep breaths. And gently uncross if you had that right ankle resting. And bring your knees up through the midline. Take them over to the left. Go ahead and make that stack if you enjoyed that extra hip and low back stretch. And then bring your gaze off to that right shoulder and that right side, making that twist move all the way up and down the length of your spine. And gently unwind from the crossed position. And take a couple of breath cycles as you gently windshield wiper the knees from side to side. I'll often call this the mist setting. It's the slow setting that we might put our wipers on with just a little bit of rain coming down from the sky. And then when you're ready, go ahead and come through the midline. If you need that extra hug of knees to chest, go ahead and wrap your arms. And we'll send our legs out long. Find that natural external rotation that happens at the hips as you let your feet hang heavy out to the sides. Bring your arms out from your body in a suitable position that's just unique to you, where you find the most comfort through your shoulders, your arms, your upper back. And then let your eyes be heavy. We'll close them all the way down. And come back to where we began, feeling support from beneath you. Nowhere else that you need to be, that you should be, except right here in this moment, and taking impeccable care of yourself. And begin to bring some life back into your body by wiggling your fingers and your toes. And gently nod your chin from side to side. Take a full body stretch. Point your toes out long. Draw your legs together. Reach your arms overhead. Draw a big breath in. Open up your mouth. Gently roll off into a fetal position on your favorite side. Using it as a springing off moment. One more little hug, one more moment of restoration. Before sending up that little sprout or that little root into what's next in your day. Thank you so much for joining me for this mindful movement class. I hope that it felt like just what your body and maybe your mind needed today. And if you'd like to catch up with me in a more personal way, feel free to send me that email. It's diana@bridgefitnesstraining.com. I hope you go forth and have a wonderful day. And I can't wait to catch up with you in my next live or recorded class. Until then, take great care and see you soon. Bye-bye.